four of us, I wanted to share a Fantastic Four comic book, a few of them, but specifically this one right here was a close-up of Silver Surfer, because I said, if I was going to assign a superhero to you, Veveverse, I would assign Silver Surfer. I loved Silver Surfer growing up. I have, obviously a bunch of his comic books. So going with that, if you were going to be a superhero, what superhero would it be?
Ooh, I like Silver Surfer. That's a good one. I don't know.
Bro, he shoots cosmic rays from his hands and he goes in outer space, bro. I mean,
yeah, he just flat surfs around in the air, does whatever he wants. Yeah, I like that.
So we're going with Silver Surfer. You pick Silver Surfer?
Yeah, he looks cool too, so I like him.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so I did good. Good.
Good call.
So the question I asked before the technical difficulties was the 3 movies that you would watch over and over. And I don't know if you caught this part, but if a movie has several parts, you can pick that movie as one, if it's a trilogy or whatnot.
Man, I don't know if I should pick ones that I've already watched over and over again, but the reason I watched them over and over is because I loved them.
No, yeah, let's go with those, man.
All right, those 2 would be Half Baked and Road Trip.
Thanks.
Road Trip is a good one. Man.
And then there's this one movie, I mention it to people all the time. I encourage you to go watch it. I think it just had a bad title, but nobody's heard of this movie, and it's so good. It's called Frailty, Frailty, and it has Matthew McConaughey in it, and it's such a crazy story. If you check that out sometime, it's a really good movie. I'd probably watch that one over and over.
I don't know it. Yeah.
No, nobody knows that movie, and it's got Bill Paxton in it too. It's so good.
Okay. I'm gonna have to make a note of that. Matter of fact, the GALE, we spoke about a show called Black. What, you guys remember Black Mirror? Is it?
Black Mirror. Yes, Black Mirror. Yep.
So I put on the first episode of it. Have you guys seen that?
No.
I heard it's crazy.
Bro, I put you like this, man. I couldn't even finish the first episode. Okay?
In a bad or good way, you couldn't finish it.
Bro, I'm just going to leave it there, bro. And then when you laugh, when you see it and you start laughing, you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that aspect of it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So those are your 3 movies.
I think I got it.
So those are the 3 movies that you would pick. All right, very dope. We have a question in the chat. The biggest bro, with the current market, we can't cash out. What suggestions do you guys have for people making these big trades outside the app?
Man, be careful. First of all, never ever send first. You got to use an escrow. But nowadays, even using escrow is not even safe because people can clone your name or pretend they're the person you think they are. That happened in my Discord. So, I would say just hold on to your stuff and wait till you cash out. We're right around the corner.
Man, for real.
It's too
dangerous. That would be my suggestion too. I never really got into doing all that. So I never have advice for people when they ask.
No, yeah, man. I pump the brakes, just chill. It's gonna happen, man. Just that's what I would say. That's not because you could lose a bunch of money, man. And then I've had people go into the Discord and I don't know, ask who wants to buy this off of the app? I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I don't suggest any of that. So
somebody today was asking to buy what's it called? To buy somebody else's gems. So I guess technically you would be all right doing that.
Not at all, fam.
Yeah, I guess
you could be scammed regardless.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So Veveverse, do you have a card to show us?
Always.
Yes.
So yeah, like I said, I like to collect autograph cards, and back in the day, I don't know if you guys are baseball card collectors. I don't know if you remember this, but they always used to say, yeah, get your cards signed, but don't get your rookie cards signed because you're not supposed to write on rookie cards. It devalues them. But nowadays people are actually doing that. So it makes them more scarce because they didn't do it back then. So I collect Hall of Fame rookie cards that are autographed by the players on the cards. So let's see if you can see this.
There's a way bigger market now than there was before.
Yeah, this one's Don Sutton.
Is that Don Sutton? Nice.
Rookie, and it's got Tom Singer's autograph on it also. I haven't found any other one with both of those autographs on it.
That's nice.
Very dope. Very dope, man. I love
Don
it.
Sutton was a good picture.
Very dope. So, okay, so we know that you were into baseball cards when you were a kid, and whatnot. But do you remember? I'm curious. Do you remember the very first collectible that you got? I'm assuming it was a baseball card.
The first collectible that I remember is actually a David Robinson basketball card, and it was like a parallel that had a gold border around it. And my brother is actually the one that got it out of a pack, and I had to like trade him like 100 cards to get it, and I finally got it from him. And then like a few weeks later, somebody stole it from me.
Oh,
that was my favorite card for those few weeks, and it was the first one I remember having.
Oh, damn, that's rough.
It was kind of my fault. I left my binder in my classroom one day, and then when I came back to get it, it was gone.
Oh,
you got your whole binder taken?
But I mean, most of it was probably common stuff. I was a little kid.
Oh,
yeah, it still sucks, man. It
sucks
a lot.
It hurt.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, so that was your first collectible. What about your first car? What was your first car?
My first what?
Car, your vehicle, your first car that you purchased.
It was a Cavalier. The year would probably be like 87 or something. It was ugly, but I tell you what, I went and got some big old speakers, and my cousin's a mechanic. I had to make a box for me, and they took up the whole trunk. The trunk rattled. I thought I was so cool. People could hear me from 2 blocks away coming down the road.
Yo, it's funny how that is when you're young and stuff. You do those things, man. Yeah, I did the same thing. With, it's funny.
Nice.
All right, so I'm thinking, you know what? Every couple of questions, let's look at a card. I think that's a good rhythm.
All right, let's see if you guys know this guy. If you've heard of him before, have you heard of Johnny Mize? This is a 53.
Of course.
Yeah.
53 tops. He's autographed by the man himself. Mr. Yankee, I think is what they call him. New York Yankees.
One of my favorite players.
Oh, nice. This is a really good, really clean autograph too. Blue ink, blue Sharpie.
Yeah. Blue ink.
Yep.
Richard R in the chat says 89 Cavalier for me. Exact same.
Nice.
30. Oh my God. 3,000 car, 3,500 sound system.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. Man, hilarious. So okay,
one of my favorite cards that exist is the 1952 Johnny Mize.
Oh yeah. I wish I had that one. That one's worth a lot.
Yeah, I love it. I love that card. It's the horizontal one.
All those 52 cards are really nice. I used to have I had like 5 of them, and they were all in super good condition. I sold them for a ton of money.
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Nice.
Super dope.
So do you still own any of the stuff that you had when you were a kid?
Man. Nope. Not a thing. I'll tell you what, I was like I said, after college, I went and worked for that baseball card shop guy again. I started collecting again. I built up a good collection of Clementes, and then I was just about to get married, and that's when it's time to put it on Craigslist to get some money up, and it was gone.
Yeah, man. Marriage.
That'll do it.
Yo, Cameron in the
That'll do
it.
Cameron in the building. What's the deal? Australia in the building. Look, like the video. I've got a link in the chat pinned, and it is to Veveverse channel. Go sub if for whatever reason you're here and you don't know who Veveverse is. Go subscribe. Tons of helpful content on a bunch of stuff. I've learned a lot. We're gonna get into it. Into the details. So bump it. Okay, speaking of that, going with that question that Strange just asked, if you could bring back one one toy. You know what? Give me one toy, and if you can't, one collectible that you lost through the years. What would it be?
Oh, that's easy. I gotta remember. I don't know his name. I think it's Lion-O, but it's like the cat for He-Man.
Thundercat.
The
That's
Thundercat
Thundercat,
toy.
yeah.
Man, I used to
Lion-O.
have that, and it's worth a ton now.
Damn, I used to have Panthro. I had all of them, man.
Yeah, that stuff is expensive now on eBay. That's eBay gold.
And I keep hearing that the Thundercats are going to come out with a movie, but I don't know. Have you guys heard the same?
Yeah,
That I've heard that for years though.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
Live action movie. Yeah.
Did you guys know that there was a what's it called show on December 7th? What the hell is it called? With Mr. Drummond and we keep talking about it. It's one of our favorite shows as a kid. What you talking about, Willis?
Oh, different strokes.
Different strokes.
Yes, different strokes. They
Yeah.
redid it on December 7th. Did you guys know that?
No.
It aired on December 7th. They redid the
Without
whole
Gary
thing.
Coleman.
With this, with
Huh?
So how they gonna do it without Gary Coleman?
No, they switched everybody. Like Jennifer Aniston played the girl. I can't remember. They were all big stars though that played. I don't know much about it. I heard it on the fan
That's
today,
funny.
on sports radio. So
yeah, man.
yeah, look into it.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You know,
Yeah.
Let's take a look at a card. You have a card handy? Let's see.
Always. I definitely watched different strokes when I was growing up. All right, you guys know,
man.
I'm big on pictures. Pictures are my favorite to collect. This is let's see if we can get it up here. Do you know who Gaylord Perry is? 62 tops.
Yes, nice.
This one's signed by, I sent this one off
Very
to
nice.
Mr. Perry and myself, his rookie card, and he signed it with the Hall of Fame inscription.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. By the way, chat, if you have any questions that you want me to ask, I'll ask it. A matter of fact, there's a question that came in. Original Mertz here. It says, if he does mint the Roar, how many editions, a first appearance, ultra rare, the whole breakdown?
I don't even understand what Mertz is talking about right now.
So all right. So what is the most valuable collectible that you own in? I want to know. I mean, if it's okay, on Veve and in the physical.
On Veve has got to be the Todd now, of course. It used to be the Pride, but I sold that for cash, and now the Todd is about caught up with the Pride. And then the physical collectible, like I said, I sold my 58 Hank Aaron that was signed by him, but that Earl Combs that I sold you earlier, I think is worth about 400 or 500. I'm more of I have a lot of cards that are worth 100, 200, but I don't have any that are worth like 1,000 right now.
Okay.
So
So
last time you looked, what was the Todd at?
6.2K.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it should touch 7 real shortly.
I know
man,
somebody was saying I'm selling at 10K. I'm like, that's like a month away. Just be patient.
Just keep pumping it, because for some reason I think every time you say something it happens. So just keep saying, keep pumping it.
man, when the
Mouse and it went down.
right, I got an ultra rare Mickey Mouse, right? And at one point I was thinking of selling it and picking up the Todd and picking up, because I would have a little bit extra and picking up some other stuff. And I didn't pull the trigger. And I was like, no, let me sit on this. I think, and then look, I'm like, oh.
I have a lot of those. I didn't pull the trigger moments.
Yeah, like, oh man, it's tough. It's tough. So, okay. So what about, I know we talked a lot about value and whatnot. What about like emotional ties, sentimental value? What is an item that you have that's, a collectible that has the most emotional tie? And if it's a digital asset, that counts too.
Man, okay, yeah, it would probably have to be a physical collectible. I'm a big Raleigh Fingers fan. I collected him when I was a kid, really young, and I always looked in the baseball card case. I saw the rookie card. It was probably only like 30 or 40 bucks maybe, but it was way out of my range when I was a kid. And then when I started collecting again, I started collecting Raleigh Fingers cards again. And then I got a really nice rookie card of his, and I sent it off to the other two guys first, and then I sent it off to Raleigh, and I got all three of them signed. It was actually the first multiplayer card that I got signed, completed from beginning to end, and I still own that one, so that'd probably be number one.
What was that? 69, right?
69, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. And
Do you have his autograph?
Yeah, there's actually, I have a lot of Raleigh Fingers autograph. There's actually a little story behind this card. The other two guys don't charge, and if you don't send money to them, they sign it in a different place. So it doesn't, they're not all lined up, but if you do send them money, they all sign it perfectly like they did on mine, because I always send these guys money, and they're all in the same spot with the same type of E.
Nice.
And there's Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah, they hooked it up.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. That is nice.
So I know your son is into Veve, which I think is dope. That was like, I don't know, just rubbed me the right way when I tuned into the channel, and it was like I could hear him in the background going for the drops. This was like, first time the comics were out and all of that stuff.
Yep.
So my question is, does your family outside, I guess, outside of your son, do they know that you're into the hobby, and Veve? Like, what do they think about it? And what does your son even think about it? Like, does he have a full understanding, like, yo, this could blow up, next couple of years? Like what is his feelings on it?
Well, it's a lot to do with what you were talking about. And a lot of people have said that to me. Also, they liked having him going for the drops as well. And he was in the background getting them. And back then he was getting like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Nowadays, he don't like it no more because he can't even get one. And even if he gets one, he ain't happy about that. He didn't get 7 or 8 of them. He won't even go for drops anymore. Every once in a while he will. If it's something he likes, I can get him to go for comics sometimes. But because of that, he can't get the 7 or 8 or 10 anymore. He don't like that at all. And I did tell my mom about my YouTube channel a while back, and I gave her the link, and I didn't think she'd ever watch it or anything. And a couple of weeks ago, she like called me on the phone after a stream, was like, I was watching your stream, and then she's telling me all this stuff about, you need to be looking at the camera and give me all these tips. I couldn't believe this. The most amazing thing happened on Tuesday, just yesterday. She sent me a text and she said, I bought my first NFT today. And then she said, what's your Discord link? I was like, what? I thought she had gotten the drop, and she said she bought one of the common comics off the market for 16 gems. So she didn't do very well, but she's learning.
Wow.
That's awesome.
She bought that without you guiding her through the process?
Not at all. She had to ask me any questions at all about it. She's a big Pokemon Go player. Her husband that she married recently is into all these role-playing games. So they play World of Warcraft and Pokemon Go. So I told her that she would like this. And sure enough, after watching a few of my streams, she downloaded the app and she's getting them herself now. I want her to start getting some drops.
Hold up. Vevevo, your mom's plays World of Warcraft. She plays WoW?
Dude, man, I try to play WoW with my mom. She's way better than me. She crushes me. But I played for a little bit. I got into it for a few months, and but she's like top level. Her and her husband played all the time.
Yo, I played hard for a few years. Hard, man. What did you play? Do you remember what class or?
I know what I played. I was a druid healer, and even when you could dual spec, I was like, nah, I'm just a healer. That's what I do. I'm healing. I ain't doing nothing else. I turn into a tree and I heal everybody. That's it. That's what I do.
Yo, that game right there is like crack.
Yeah,
it's crack, man. Man, it's no joke. I see that people going into games like World of Warcraft and spending money on different things. You can literally just buy gold, and then you've got NFTs. You got the whole Veveverse coming, Metaverse, and if people are immersed in that environment and spending money, you already know that that's going to be next level.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man. So what about so we asked about the collectible that you had the most emotional tie. Strange, were you good with your question?
Sounds like you answered it. I mean,
you're good. Okay. You didn't have a follow-up on that?
Nope.
Okay, bet. So
hey, I want to say I like Dokta Strange's shirt, man. Every time it switches to him, that shirt is awesthat
Thank you.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yep.
Man, he sent me one. He surprised me and sent me one.
Nice.
Man, that thing is fire. Love it. And I wear a lot of comic shirts, and that was one that I didn't have, surprisingly. So love it, love it. So all right, so talk to me, man. A grail. What is your, you know what? In honor of Crypto Pro, I'm calling it the Holy Grail. What is your Holy Grail collectible that you would like to get? You know what? Give me both. Give me something digital and something physical.
Man, that's easy for both of them. Physical is definitely a card signed by Mr. Clemente, which, man, that's super hard to get. It's worth the time.
Very hard.
And then the digital is definitely the Steve Pugh Harley Quinn. That's the one I've always wanted. I don't know if I'll ever afford one, probably not, but I think it looks great, and maybe one day, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Roberto Clemente, for sure, for sure. Speaking of, I've got a 1950.
He's got such an awesome signature too.
Ooh,
Well, this is not, yeah, for sure. But you can see his signature right there. But you know, this is not legit autographed.
Yeah,
that's still an awesome card at 55 tops.
You know,
it's his rookie card.
Yeah, man. So, you know, it definitely. You know what? That's something that I would love to get too, for sure.
Yeah, Roberto Clemente autograph